Hey everybody, okay, I'm back. So we have another audio tutorial that will walk you through how to find your assignments. All right guys, we are at the home page when we log into Blackboard. So like I told you at the end of the video, in the previous video, if you click on coursework, it's going to take you through what you have to do. So in the last video, I showed you the student resources, and I also showed you some historical tools that you'll use for doing your project, for understanding primary sources, for learning how to cite, all of that kind of a thing. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is complete the discussion post. All you have to do is click on it. I have attempted as best I can to make sure that you can see what's expected of you within each discussion. It just makes it a little bit easier to see, but these are the instructions here. You'll click on this link here, discussion post. Anything that has an underline actually means it's a link and it's going to take you there. So if you click on that, it takes you to the discussion. In order to answer it, you will click Create Thread. You'll put your subject, depending on what you're answering. For this one, you could put Introduction Forum. You could just put, hey, this is me. And then you'll answer those questions to the best of your abilities. And after that, you just click Submit, and it will save it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cancel it since I've already created my thread and let you know about me. Oh, sorry. I'm going to go back. I'm just going to come back over here to coursework. It'll take me back to that spot that'll get us through work. All right, so that takes us through those first 3 links under coursework. The next thing that you're going to do is go straight to Unit 1, Becoming a World Power, and that's where we're going to start out with all the work for this course. So within this unit, it's going to tell you a little bit about the topics that we're going to cover right here in this little intro. It's also going to tell you our objectives, the whole purpose of reading these chapters, what we hope to learn when we're done. It's also the chapters that we're going to be covering. Really important stuff because that's what you've got to be reading so that you can answer the discussions, participate in your assignments, and also take your exam. So this tells you about the chapters covered. Just back here up at the top, again, we're at Becoming a World Power. If you wanted to go find this chapter that I told you is free to you, you can come over here to Textbook, and it's going to take you to our textbook, and you'll click on whichever chapter it's referring to. I'm not too happy with this link, so I'm going to fix it up so you'll see it'll look a little bit different when you actually click on it. So just so you know, just kind of keep that in mind, that it is a little bit different, but it does have these different topics, and you'll see that in the new link. All right, I'm going to close out of that, go back to our home page, just so that you can see it. All right, so back to Becoming a World Power. The assignments have been added to this topic page that you're going to need to do for this unit. So the assignments are the reading. Remember to read those chapters 17 to 22. All this reading should be done as you go along. So you're going to start with chapter 17 and you're just going to keep on reading through until you get all the way through with chapter 22, which really needs to happen before November 1st because that's when you're going to have your exam. Your exam has to be completed by November 1st at like, I don't know, 11:59 p.m. Basically, you're going to need to start that before that though to get it in on time. Now let's say things get hectic and you don't get to start it until 11 p.m. And that means it's going to submit on November 2nd at say 1 a.m. because it takes you maybe 2 hours to finish it all. Does that mean I'm going to reject it? Absolutely not. It's just really to keep you focused because we have a lot of work to get done over this entire course, and it's a very short course. So these due dates are really meant to keep you focused and moving forward. So keep in mind, you should be reading chapter 17 to 22, and you need to get it done in enough time to get this last thing done, that exam. Okay, next up, these other assignments that you have. So you have a discussion board, that's what DB means, a discussion board on Reconstruction. It's due on October 18th. You've also got a discussion board on the Industrial Revolution, which is also due on October 18th. Do your best to meet those deadlines. The other reason you need to meet those deadlines is because you've got to respond to classmates, and classmates need to respond to you. So do your best to get everything completed by that time. By October 25th, you've got a discussion board on the Gilded Age, and also one called a major event, where you get to pick whatever major event you want to write about. In order to do that, I'm going to show you some other things when we go into that, just so that you're a little more familiar. And then by the end of the unit, you're going to have a project benchmark. That's where you're actually going to begin doing some work on your final project. And the instructions are also in there. So you're going to tell your classmates a little bit about your project that you'll be working on. And then the next thing is a personal growth discussion board. Basically, tell us what you learned in this unit. It's a great way to summarize and give yourself a synopsis of what happened in this unit to help you remember right before you take that final exam. Not final exam, but exam for this unit. All right, guys. So from there, you're going to keep clicking on different pages. And then in the next video, I will show you how to do that.